Peace Reflections. I am you, and you are I, universe, eon, tapping in. So it's been a minute, you feel me? A good minute since I've done anything as far as like really tapping in and building on like higher frequency, like just tapping in general when it comes to like coming on here on this channel or just being on my higher energies in my spiritual journey, you feel me? I kind of been pulled away from a lot of that shit, right? And so I just want to speak from a place, from things I've been going through, and I want to speak on how everything you go through, right? The good and the ugly, but especially the ugly, the shit we be complaining about, almost all of it, you let in on some level. Like, you're the one that knows deep down you're allowing this shit to happen. You have to allow these things to happen to you. On a spiritual level, no evil doer can do us evil, can do us harm. No one who wishes us harm can do us harm without us accepting it or allowing it in on some level. This is why you have to let the vampire in. When the vampire knocks on your door, they have to ask to come in to your house, right? And it's not until you say they can come in and then that vampire is now able to, you get what I'm saying? And on the spiritual level, that's representative of the, when we're tongue-tied and shit, of how you gotta let spiritual vampires, parasite, because what does a vampire do? Drain you? Drain your blood? What is your blood? The life force? Metaphorically, symbolically, energetically, what this is getting at is how you have to let different spiritual parasites, archons, beings that feed on you, or just beings that aren't on your frequency. It doesn't even have to be that they're bad themselves. Y'all can just not be on the same frequency, and that alone will drain both of y'all, or just have y'all butt heads, you feel me? Anything that does not resonate for you that ends up not being good for you, a lot of time you see the warning signs of it, and you're the one that allows it to happen and lets it in. You have to allow these things to happen, you feel me? You feel me? Like, even when we were younger, for example, take the food, for example. Even though they were just talking about candy, I like to say this a lot. You know, all the elders, our parents even, all the adults, a lot, and just in general, you heard it over and over that it's junk food, food is junky. Like, even if you only understood on the most basic level that the food was not good for you, but you didn't really understand anything of why it's not good for you. Like, you still were getting told that the food's not good for you. Now, you might have never actually tapped in beyond that, but it's like, you can't say that you didn't know. On that, like, you feel me, on a higher level. You can't say you didn't know. And that goes to a lot of these things, you feel me? Someone who smokes cigarettes. Someone who's smoking games, where on the pack it says, this can cause cancer, and then, you know, when they're 40-something years old, they end up getting lung cancer, and they're like, oh my god, acting like they're shocked. It's like, you can't act like you didn't know after 20 plus years of smoking. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of shit is not what it seems on the surface. Like, a lot of these people who are going through a lot of this shit in this realm, shit don't just be happening arbitrarily. Shit don't just be happening just to happen. You don't know what these people have going on in their lives, the karma they have to face, the things they have hidden behind closed doors, the shit they're partaking in. And a lot of people are facing shit from the shit that they chose to allow into their life, or they chose to get all wrapped up in energetically. Because it could just be that you're just around people that they are around fucked up energy, and because you're around that person who's doing fucked up shit, you get hit with it from the ancestors or the higher realms or the divine judgment, because you're around that energy. That happens a lot with these rappers who be selling their souls and then sacrificing people and doing shiesty shit and working for the elites, you know, these celebrities and rappers, and you feel me? It's like the people around these rappers always end up dying. Always end up with this, you feel me, shit be happening to all the people around them, because it be, you feel me, you get wrapped up in that energy with, or let's just say, you start, you're good at acting, you start getting little acting gigs, and all of a sudden you get Hollywood people start reaching out to you, and you get invited to these parties, and it's like, before you go, and you don't know nothing about that world, it's like, your energy's fine, but if you go to that party and you walk around that space, and you walk around these different people who are really witches and devils and warlocks and fallen spiritual entities in these bodies, their bodies be hosting all types of demons, and I mean, not demons, devils, and You feel me? Because demons are demonic feminine forces. Peace to the God, Rashad Jamal, you feel me? Demons are demonic Titan forces. They're feminine Titan forces locked within the DA of the gods, you feel me? So-called Blacks, Latinos, you feel me? And not he guys and goddesses, you feel me? Let me write my shit, you feel me? But so, word, you have to allow this shit in, fam. You have to allow this shit in on every level. This is why they show you all this shit on the TV shows and the movies and everything. It's deeper than just entertainment, man. It's deeper than entertainment. It's not just to keep you distracted. Because all these movies will flash things to your subconscious, to your retinas, to your third eye of truths. All day long, they're showing you all these truths and laughing in your face because they really think you're that asleep that you'll never catch on to it. So-called black man, so-called black woman, so-called Latino man, so-called Latino woman. They think we're so asleep that we'll never catch on to the fuckery. That we'll never catch on to the lies, you feel me? But no words, so just like we had to let these beings on our planet, all of this shit starts with us allowing it. Like, sure, they're the ones falling in their fallen energy. They're the ones who step from source. They're the ones who are in an evil energy with the evil intent. Don't get me wrong. But they cannot get their evil intent onto you until you're even around them. You have to be around these people. You have to let them around you. You have to open up to them. They can't even reach you if you do not open up your soul, open up your spirit, open up your aura to some level. So this is why Zeus moved with trickery. And that's what his creation moved with, trickery. That's why they came in peace. We come in peace. They had to deceive us, you feel me? The whole Pilgrim and Indian story, where we taught them how to survive on our planet, except it's 9 times deeper than anything they ever told you about. It wasn't no Pilgrims and Indians. That is so surface level, you can't even scratch the paint. Fuck scratching the paint. It's not even on the paint, let alone the how much is on the surface. It's not even near the air of the paint around the... It's not even in the proximity of the air that's rotating around the surface of how surface level they done told us about what the fuck really took place on this planet. You feel me? And I see all my people tapping in more and more and more and more and more. This Kundalini energy is rising. We are cracking open the veil, cracking open our genetics. The whole fucking planet is cracking open. All these energies are pouring in, you feel me? It's really that time, you feel me? Almost all that shit that grows outside, you don't even know that you can eat, fam. You just gotta actually tap in, but a lot of the shit growing around us, we don't even know that we could eat. They handpick the shit that they want to feed us from our nature, when we are nature, from the planet. This is in our genetics. My answers come directly out of nature. What the fuck do y'all know about nature? To have y'all human being, white scientists and shit, handpicking certain plants with y'all man-made names, like these creative words that they created to place on our plants. Like, they divide our plants up into these different groups, and we just trust them. Like, they made this word called fruit, and they just place it on different things they see, and we just go along with what they're saying. That's fruit. That's orange. That's that. We don't know what the fuck this shit really is. This is our nature. They don't know what the fuck this shit really is. We do, though, in our soul. They tell us all about our shit and barely know anything about it. Meanwhile, we have all the codes in our genetics that actually open all the doorways. Spiritually, etherically, astrally, esoterically, on higher realms and higher levels. We have all the doorways in our genetics to actually activate all this shit that they're around all day studying. All the way to our technology, all the remnants of everything all over the planet, all the ruins scattered all over the planet. They know nothing about anything, but meanwhile, we're walking around in a zombie sleep state. We have the real answers in us, the real energy in us, and they know that. This is why it's illegal for us to talk to dolphins, shit like that. Because they know we have the divine connection to everything in this realm, like that scene in the movie Avatar when they locked their ether, because they even gave them locks. They didn't try to hide it in Avatar, right? I'm talking about the movie Avatar with the carbonated beings that were glowing blue. Even though they made them look whitish, but they gave them locks. Like, they literally put the truth in. They gave them locks, and then they locked their ether, right? He locked his ether to the little, like, giant bird creatures, right? which is the real pterodactyls, and those are really metaphors for dragons. For dragons, you feel me? Those things they show in the Avatar with those giant bird-like creatures, those are really the dragons on this realm, right? But, and then they also like their ether to the horse type creature, right? That giant. And the horses used to be, what they're getting at is they're showing you a truth, because all our animals, just like us, everything on the planet is be de-evolving, going backwards in mutations. Like when you take a warthog out of nature, it shrivels and shrinks and becomes a pig. Like all our animals aren't in their true state. All our plants aren't in their true state. Like, you feel me? That's why the horse was a lot bigger and it looked like that. And I was getting at how our shit really looked like. But when he locked his ether to the horse, they had a divine connection to their genetics, because we come from this planet. We come from nature. Planet Kai is us. In fact, my ancestors made Planet Kai. So everything is genetically related to us. But not even just genetically related. It's like literally directly connected to us. And we are directly connected to everything through the divine being we are, through our divine genetics, through the divine codes within us, because we coded everything. Like, so it's not like we're trying to look outside of us to say that's us, but really that's us because it comes from us. So it's like you're just looking out there to go right back inside of you. Feel me? But so, with all that being said, it's like, the deeper I understand that I truly am energy living, that this is Planet Kai, what really took place on my planet, my people, the more I sit and meditate and really understand these things, the more and more my third eye opens to a level I didn't even know. Because you think your third eye open, you'll think you're woke, but then it's like you realize you feel me, you still got so much more to go. I'm in the beginning of 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 the beginning. Literally though. Like it just goes deeper and deeper, and there's so much. But so like, with all that being said though, any place that you're giving your energy outside of yourself, you just have to call your energy back. To all of us, a lot of us. And a lot of us, y'all have been in the realm even longer than me, and y'all physical avatar. So y'all were caught up in even more different shit. Like relationships, friendship, all these different people. The longer you're here, it's like, if you don't know to protect your energy, you're just walking through this realm, having all these different things attached onto you. Barely have any energy for yourself. You feel me? All these etheric cords latched onto you, draining all your energy, and then you wonder why you can't even sit with yourself. Why when you sit with yourself, you don't even want to sit still anymore? What happens to that voice? A lot of people don't even be listening to the voice in their head. That's source. The voice within you is source. Wherever that voice is channeling from is coming from your real self. Your voice within is source. Most people don't even listen to their voice within. They identify with this voice coming out their mouth more than they identify with the voice within them. Meanwhile, I hear my voice outside of my mouth alongside the voice I fully feel within. Because I not only listen to the voice within my head, I fully feel it. Like I am that. Like I control that. Like I am that in myself. And when I speak out my mouth, that's outside of me. So I hear that. Outside of the real being I am, within my mind. So I don't even realize or understand how people can't have a voice in their head. I am that. So y'all don't have what I am? We aren't even the same beings then. They're clones. Clones really do exist. They really be out here cloning people. Y'all think that shit ain't real? A lot of these human beings are clones. Mach 5 synthetic robots. Real life NPCs. And the few organic human beings that do exist are pasty white. If they aren't mixed with us. They can't take the sun like that at all. They get very sunburned. Because they aren't natural to this planet. They can't take the ecosystem. They cannot take our habitat. This is why they're spraying the clouds, spraying in the air all day long, making their man-made weather. Playing with the ecosystem, playing with the habitat, molding it and crafting their artificial ecosystem, the habitat to live within our nature. And they do everything to kill nature. And they plunder the resources and rape the planet as if they aren't even from here. The way they treat the planet. The behavior they treat our planet with is the same behavior as someone who is not from, is someone from here, someone who's foreign. Like, why would you be raping from your own home? You get what I'm trying to say? Because if they lived here and they're destroying because not only are they purging the resources, they're destroying the planet. That doesn't even make sense. So you're going to destroy home turf? Because they ain't from here. Especially the elites. A lot of them are hibernating. They got their little shit underground. Their underground cities. That's where they be. I said hibernating. What I'm really saying is they just be all up under there. They got their underground cities like a whole reflection. As above, so below. Literally. Right? Like as above, so below within this realm from the higher. And then this realm is like going to be the above for the lower. Because the same way there's cities and towns in the whole giant fuck. There's like a city under for every city that's on top. Every city that's on the surface, there's a city underneath. Every town on the surface, there's a town underneath. This is really how they be funneling all these kids in and out. Like, this whole shit is a plot. This whole shit is like a stage. 90% of all the people around you are not what you think. They're actors blending in. And they got the rest of us sleep, walking zombies, walking through this shit. And we're the ones giving real life to all this shit. Thinking it's real while the elites just sitting back with their legs kicked up, watching everything, printing the money. It's a game. They don't even have to have money. They control all. Like, you feel me? The money is just to keep all the sheep docile within the system. Keep them all controlled. Keep them all distracted. Money is their biggest distraction within the system to keep everyone chasing money. While the world burns, huh? But we had to let them in on our planet. Like, on a higher level. Fuck everything I'm dealing with now. On a higher level. This been happening. On every level. Down to the gods who chose to sleep with the original human beings who even created a lot of this fuckery. When the Moors were civilizing the original human beings that came to this planet, they started to sleep with these human being women. And that even started this whole shit. Because the gods started telling the human being women our secrets. And they went back to their human being man with the genetics they were programmed with, Zeus. And they went to go back to their god and they told everything that we told them about our planet. And this is how they really, really got to hijack our planet and got us to fall to this state. So this is a deeper thing. You feel me? Because when we were reversing the genetics of these human beings, because when they came to our planet, they were covered in fur. They were covered in fur and they walked on all fours. So when we were reversing genetics of these human beings, the white woman started to look a lot more like our black woman. And so some of the gods started to sleep with these human being women. That's why in the Bible they talked about the Nephilim. But what that was really getting at was something a lot deeper, you feel me? But when the gods would sleep with these human being women, they started to share the secrets, pillow talking. We started to trust and build and just get into that, that lovey-dovey love spell. You feel me? And that was one of the biggest things. It was lust. Lust was one of the biggest things that caused my people to fall. One of the biggest things that caused my people to fall. You feel me? So, this whole shit is way deeper. We let them on our planet. You feel me? We let them on our planet to begin with. They don't even belong here. But we let them on our planet because we pity them. They were made in an artificial way. They lacked a soul. They didn't even ask to be here. They were related to us. We pitied them. It wasn't even pity. It wasn't even pity in the way you think. Pity in a bad way. We felt genuine, not bad. But that's the best thing you can say. I don't want to say these spells that are actually evil spells. Because to say something is bad is to say. But I'm trying to say we felt genuine feelings for them. Real empathy. Real genuine, you feel me? We felt for them. We saw ourselves in them. And so we started reversing the genetics of these human beings and they started walking upright. We removed the fur. And like I was saying, their human being women started to look more and more like the black woman, like the Latino woman. But if you remember, the original white woman they didn't even used to have, they just now starting to get all this. They used to be straight stick, straight flat. Because and this is the real reason why there's still the monkey, why there's still every single evolutionary form up to the so-called Neanderthal, because they're the real Neanderthals. Every single stage they were up to currently what they're at still exists on the planet because those were the different stages that Zeus was graphing them in. That's why they show you that little chart. Going from the monkey on all fours, and then like slowly he starts to stand upright, and then he looks like the man, the white man. And they tried to tell you that was where we all come from. No, that's where y'all came from. That's where y'all came from. I manifested from the ethers. My ancestors manifested themselves. We are dark matter energy. A whole different being. Not even anywhere near on the same level. We're not even talking on the same level. Let alone to try to tell us we came from some... The fuck? Respectfully. So on all levels, you have to let energetic parasites in. You have to let anything that's not for you in. And you have to continue to let it in. Over and over and over again for it to really even... Like, a lot of us get plenty of chances to cancel something out that doesn't feel right to the soul, but we keep playing into that shit, and then we act like we're dumb when we end up in a situation we don't like, and that's just what it is. But I understand that I'm protected by the ancestors on all levels. I have a divine purpose. I have a divine mission. You feel me? I've been over here focusing on some dumb shit, on some distraction, pulling all my energy outside myself, on some shit that doesn't even understand real soul value. They're not even on the soul level. They're within this physical plane of this world with the programs they were given. They're not even on the level that I am. Isn't so? It just you feel me? But it all starts with I letting it in, on all levels. And so I'm the one who can remove it on all levels. If I let it in, I can remove it. Everything is an internal relationship because the in turns all. Express into the X that turns all within the external. So your internal creates the external. Ashe. So word. You let the vampires in. Stake them out from your heart. You know how you stab a stake into the vampire's heart? They in our heart. They in our body. So we gotta stake them out our heart. You feel me? Bow, bow, bow. Peace to the guys and goddesses. Peace to the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai. I wish y'all the best, you feel me? Keep going within this matrix. I know this shit get, you feel me? This shit be getting, it be trying you, feel me? This shit be trying you, but you create all energy, you feel me? Most shit of not feeling yourself in this matrix comes from you having your energy outside yourself. I'm telling you, if y'all sit within yourself and pull y'all energy within yourself, and I know that's hard because a lot of us got jobs, a lot of us even got families, babies, like we're wrapped up. They do so much to get you tangled up in this matrix to by the time you start to actually want to work on yourself, it's like now you don't even got quote unquote time for yourself. Because even though time ain't an illusion, time ain't real, it's an illusion, but that's how they want it to be. They want you to be so lost within your initial landing in this realm with all these distractions, growing up as a kid, a teenager, that by the time you're an adult and you have all the resources to actually start investing in yourself and being able to do shit for yourself, you already might have kids or you're super wrapped up in these bills you gotta pay, and you're just wrapped up in this matrix, in this cycle, in this, you feel me? That's why it's even set up like that. The matrix is set up to have you never have enough to be able to chill. Like, why is it that the people who work always gotta work and always gotta work? It's like, even the people who get a career. Okay, so you get a career just to then always have to work for the rest of your life until you're retired because it's draining your energy. It's on a deeper level. It was never designed for you to be able to go and build for your own self and gain your own sovereignty. Just a few months of a few paychecks taken away from this cycle of paying rent would be enough for me to go buy land and build all types of shit for myself. And I'm saying that right there proves that living within the matrix, within the system, is meant to keep you living within the system. You're meant to stay there in that house you bought, working forever with the kids you had and the family you said. It's a program. As much as it might not sound like it might hurt to some people, it's like, dang, we're saying a family is a program. The way the matrix set it up, yes, it is. Getting married, sitting down with kids, buying a house, and just sitting there and working. That's pulling all your energy outside yourself, and you never tap into yourself or what the deeper meanings of life are. All your energy outside yourself into the system. That, you feel me? So that's one of the strongest programs of this matrix. That's why in the new Matrix movie, what did they have Neo within? They gave him a whole new family, so he couldn't get in contact with his true soulmate. Because if you meet a true, someone who's on the soul level, that's going to break the whole Matrix. Like, if I meet a goddess who's next time on the soul level, we're going to be out doing all this shit I do times 9. She'll be out in nature with me meditating. She'll be the one looking at me like, bro, it's time to meditate. The fuck you doing? Like, she'll be the one slapping the nasty ass food out my hand. Like, I know you're not about to eat that. Like, she'll be way beyond. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I need. But so, that's why they even gave Neo that whole fake family in the new Matrix movie. So it was a distraction, and they gave Trinity a whole fake family. Well, actually, no. Neo, they didn't. I think they had him in a whole fake life, and I don't know if he had a family, but I know Trinity had a family in the new movie. And so it was like when Neo and Trinity would meet for the first couple times, it was like Trinity's family would always pop up and like pull her away. Because that was a sentient program. That was the Matrix. Working through anything they can to get to you, to keep you glued to this Matrix. This Matrix, and Zeus is very tricky. He's the father of deception. He knows ways to get into you. He's the father of things appearing to be something they're not. So something will appear to be the thing you always wanted. And that will be a gateway to get to you. Just to pull you outside yourself. And it's like for me, it's like it was like one of their final weapons. Because we in Endgame, you feel me? They didn't have any much more cards. Like I was conquering everything. They're like, fuck, he about to break the whole Matrix. We gotta hit him with the big one. We got him with the biggest thing and he ain't conquered yet. You feel me? My sacral chakra. For those who know. You feel me? You feel me? But now I done conquered that. That shit ain't even what it's played out to be. That's why they be doing so much within all the shit they push within the movies and the music to get all the kids and the teenagers, by the time they grow up, they all program with all that shit, so that's all they worried about, either money or money, die, and die. Money, drugs, and what's the third one? You get what I'm saying? Those are the three biggest distractions. Money, S, and drugs. Money, S, and you get what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I ain't saying, y'all can fill in that third one. That one in the middle. So, like, you feel me? It's the same shit I was talking about when the gods fell in their lower self. You know? Mating and shit with these human beings. But, like, they had to throw one of the biggest weapons they had in me. And that's what it was. So I got that shit out the way. And now I can fully tap into my journey. Fully. With nothing I'm worried about inside myself. They don't got really anything left. Now I'm just going to focus on myself for as long as it takes. And if I find a goddess that's on that frequency, then we're going to build. But I don't even need that. Like, I'm filled with the energy of life itself. Beyond everything, like literally. My soul connecting to Mother Universe, the most feminine of all. The biggest source of feminine energy. Mother Nature, Planet Kai, Mother Universe. Source itself. When I connect to her, Mother Universe, I need for the energy I be feeling, I need basically nothing. Except all the things that come from Source. The divine energies I run on, like the ether, you know, the electricity, the plasma energy, all the forms of I within Source. So, word. But yeah, to wrap it all up once more, you have to let all this bullshit in. And so, you're the one that can remove it all. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Now we rise. One. Ashe.